Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources. Finance and economics.
March 11. 1900 America, New York. Western credit markets are holding up remarkably well. Post-financial crisis reforms are helping them weather the storm.
New York Times Business.
March 11. 421 America, New York. Russian sanctions snarl shipping even as pandemic pressure eases. Global disruptions from the war on Ukraine and uncertainty due to the sanctions have led to pileups at ports and could delay cargo longer, the port of Mykolaiv in Ukraine last month.
BBC News Business.
March 11. 406 America, New York. Ukraine brings significant economic uncertainty, warns Sunak. The UK economy rebounds in January, but Rishi Sunak warns of uncertainty due to Ukraine invasion.
Daily FX Market News.
March 11. 4 o'clock America, New York. Euro, USD forecast. ECB's Villeroy keeps euro muted, German CPI 5.1%. The euro continues to shed against the US dollar after a disappointing ECB press conference yesterday, while German inflation data was unable to sway a bearish euro, USD.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
March 11. 3:38 America, New York. Oil prices rise, stock futures waver after volatile session. Oil prices rose again and stock futures wavered, as Russia escalated its attacks on the Ukrainian city of Mariupol.
Global economy.
March 11. 2:46 America, New York. UK economy rebounds but Ukraine war clouds outlook. January GDP figures beat expectations but forecast is darkening in face of inflation and conflict in Europe.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
March 11. 2:37 America, New York. Chinese stocks plunge after SEC stokes delisting concerns. A further step by the Securities and Exchange Commission toward forcing companies from China off American exchanges helped trigger the worst decline in U.S.-listed Chinese stocks since the global financial crisis, and sparked a second sell-off in Hong Kong.
BBC News Business.
March 11. 118 America, New York. War in Ukraine. U.S. condemns reports Russia may seize firm's assets. On Thursday, the U.S. Congress passed a bill which includes almost $14 billion in emergency aid for Ukraine.
Global economy.
March 11. 105 America, New York. First FT. Russia and Ukraine talks fail to yield progress. Plus, UK households face £38 billion hit from energy bills and Adam Newman plans his comeback. Daily FX Market News.
March 11. 1 o'clock America, New York. Japanese yen tanks as US dollar soars ahead of the Fed and BOJ. Where to for USD, JPY? The Japanese yen fell further today as the US dollar gained ground ahead of central bank meetings next week. Will USD, JPY maintain momentum?
Marginal Revolution.
March 11. 037 America, New York. Emergent Ventures winners, 18th cohort. Zvi Moshowitz, the Zvi, New York City, to develop his career as idea generator and public intellectual. Nadia Iqbal, Miami, to study and write on philanthropy for tech and crypto wealth.
Armstrong Economics.
March 11. 009 America, New York. The Great Economic Destruction and Complexity. Comment number 1. Okay Marty, it is now becoming obvious that not only Trump reads your stuff, but so does Obama. Trump bought a $19 million remote island and Obama bought one for $15 million.
Armstrong Economics.
March 11. 008 America, New York. A very convenient coincidence. Question. You noted that the Pentagon rejected Poland sending planes to Ukraine showed they were not behind this drive. Is this just politicians? LW answer. Wars are always begun by politicians.
New York Times Business. March 10, 1911 America, New York. Biden urges Americans to blame rising prices on Putin. Many do, for now. News that inflation has hit a 40-year high is another blunt reminder of just how much the president is asking voters to sacrifice in an election year. President Biden is betting that Americans are willing to endure the financial pain that comes from waging an economic war with Russia.